Welcome back to the show, everybody. Kamen Rider Build episode number 42, Legacy of Doubt. But before we get to the business, y'all, I want to discuss something that's been on my mind all week. A couple of days ago, I was thinking about our previous episode, The Truth of the Best Match, one of the best episodes of Kamen Rider I've seen in quite a while. And I had a thought while I was chilling. I was just sitting out here just, in my thoughts. And then something dawned on me, right? That's something that I didn't think about initially watching the episode. But when you review sometimes and think in your head and go in your own head, things come out that you ain't even think of. And I just want to give this to y'all. And I just wonder, did you peep that? Do you remember the beginning of this series? It was this character. Y'all know him. We love him around here. We call him the Juggernaut, bitch. You may know him as Banjo Ryuga. Do you remember when he was taking full bottle A and full bottle B and doing that into a Pandora panel and setting up her best match? Think about Banjo Ryuga and everything we know about the character. Give yourself a second. Let that sink in. The episode has now become even dumber than it was when I appreciated it as an emotional set piece to try to sell toys. It's even deeper now. The show has been sitting up here sowing those seeds the whole season. And it took an afterthought after I was done watching the show to be like, damn, that's what's up. But regardless of that, I just wanted to give y'all that as something to look think about because, because I didn't want to sit up here and do the review of this episode and not give that to y'all. And given, what this review, not review, is actually going to be, because that's what it is, and we'll get into that in a second, I couldn't have fit that anywhere else. But you may be wondering what your boy Uncle Trip was talking about in this review, not review. You hear the name of this episode, right? Legacy of Doubt. See, here's the thing. It's been quite a while since I've walked out of a Kamen Rider episode not knowing what the hell I watched. And not knowing what the hell I watched in the definition of, usually, you guys watch it and hear what I gotta say. I'm usually good at sniffing out a villain plot like a bloodhound by trying to figure out what they're trying to do. A lot of things happen this episode. A lot of things slowly as I think about them sit up here and kind of make sense, but I figured we take the time to dichotomize this episode in a different way, because I can't come at it clown mode. I can't come at you super serious because I have questions that I want answers to. So y'all gonna have to sit up here with me while I try to figure out and dissect what the hell I watched, which is usually what you do before you turn on the camera and talk about the thing you watched. But you're gonna sit here and deal with it anyway, so sit down and enjoy. Okay? Kamen Rider Build episode 42, Legacy of Doubt, right? We're gonna come at this way different, because what I think I want to do is I want to establish a baseline, because it's been a while since I've had to sit down and really legitimately go through the episode and really set a baseline, because again, I'm in this for the discovery of answers to my own questions. So this is, again, like I said, this is not as much of a review as it is, we're going to discuss what my thoughts is about this thing I just watched, and we gonna see where we go. And I'm gonna crash my nose. Okay. Alright. Let's start with the boy Lordy Voto and Sento Daddy and that boy Mad Rapist, aka that boy Usumi, right? Let's just establish a lot of the things that these three fellas have been through this episode, right? Voto's running around, I've got emotions, I feel so good and so evil, or something like that. Well, that's good for you. Congratulations. Applause. You have emotions. You were one-inch punch like Bruce Lee, and now you feel. That's great. We know that's going to be your ultimate fucking undoing, but hey, we'll enjoy you while you're around, man. You know what? Shout out to my big homie, Time Lord Dad, because we about to talk about Sento's dad, because that nigga was all over the place. He was all over the place this episode. And really sitting up here I want to know what's up with Shinobu Kazaragi. I do, because this dude is an enigma wrapped inside of a mystery. Or to quote a friend of the channel, Keikaikuception in human form, because what's up with this dude? Because again, when we jump to the other side of this equation, I'm going to bring up a point, but again, we are establishing baseline. Shinobu Kazaragi was all over the place this episode. Given the events of this episode, It's starting to slowly make sense, right? Like in my head right now, as I'm sitting up here thinking about it, as we're discussing it, thinking about that one person and his impact to this episode and why things are the way they are, I'm starting to figure it out. Oh, and Usumi got jobbed out like a punk ass bitch multiple times. You tried to walk up to Lord and say you tried to question Lord. Lord said shit your bitch ass down, bitch, and you did what he said. Later this episode, you took a massive fucking L for the sake of we don't know why. And then you took another L in the middle of the episode, and I still don't know why. I don't get this. But again, we're going to figure this out, hopefully, about why that boy Mad Rapist took massive fucking L's for mostly no reason that I could think of at this very moment. But yo, that's bad guy baseline. Let's head over to Natsu and let's try to establish the other side of this equation as we solve it. The good guys in this series did a lot of talking for about 5 minutes before there was a fight, right? Only one important thing was actually said, which will help us establish the baseline as I try to solve this quandary in my head about what the hell I just watched. That came courtesy of me, Tan the Stan. They sitting up here talking, they sitting up here trying to sit up here get you caught up while getting you caught up while getting you caught up. And I quote this. Yo daddy may possibly be the mastermind, and Evolto's just the walking, talking head that can sit up here and make black holes appear out of nowhere. Trust me, that doesn't happen in this episode. Just putting that out there. It doesn't happen. Not at all. Just no black holes. I promise you. Okay, you believe me. Okay, cool. We're establishing baselines now. Believe me. No black holes. No black holes. Believe me. So, again, me Tan the Tan sits up here and legitimately says, Yo daddy could be the mastermind behind what's going on. This, of course, upsets Sento in a way that makes, sense, right? Makes sense because, this is Yo daddy, not daddy, and, we learn later in this episode, establishing more baseline, is that Takumi has control of the memories that he had before he became Sento. So there are things that Takumi is trying to hide or things he's trying to keep private. But y'all did this. Remember? Takumi Katsuragi phone home. Remember that we had this old beautiful moment. You became Build Genius and then people got their ass whooped. That was a thing that happened. Just putting that out there, that was a thing. You did this. You did this. And I'm just like, yeah. So why would you sit up here and hide information? But that happens a little bit later in the episode. But again, it's more of establishing a baseline. So with all of that, we have some fights that happen. My boy leader of the Swag Squad, he got booted like a fucking football. For real, he got booted really hard like a football. Like if Charlie Brown actually kicked the football, that would be a demonstration of what happened to that boy leader of the Swag Squad, courtesy of that boy Mad Rapist. I just wanted to bring that up because I told you earlier he's going to take massive L's. He's going to take massive L's for a legitimate reason, but that happens later in the episode. But I'm probably going to forget that one person punt kicked another person really fucking hard, so I just wanted to bring that up. Just wanted to bring that up. Okay. We've established baseline, right? So I got my questions in my head and we're just going to go through the moral quandaries as they approach to try to figure this out, right? Okay, here we go. We've established baseline. The good guys go run to fight the bad guys. There was totally a black hole. Yes, there was totally a black hole and it totally sucked up a building. This totally sat up here and did multiple things on a Keikakuception level. Number one, after sitting up here, and as I want to sit up here, I want to describe what it was Lord Evolto did. That was the best drive-by on foot I've ever seen in my life. Applause, bitch. Applause. I can't do nothing. Lord Evolto finding new ways to live else to niggas. Drive-bys on foot. I'm just like, damn, right? So, black hole totally happens. Again, let's establish this baseline. Then again, like I said before, I interrupted and had to applaud a fucking drive-by on foot. But yeah, this does multiple things. Number one, this breaks the leader of the swag squads. His whole resolve right now is broken because your daddy building has been sucked into the nothingness of the L within HFIL, which all you fucking do because you've been jobbing, even though your face turn blah 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 blah, is you take L's. L's, bitch. Just putting that out there. 12th letter alphabet all day. Number two, on the other side of this bridge, where we got that boy the Juggernaut bitch at me time to stand. Juggernaut bitch has a flashback to a thing you were never part of, but you know, because you absorbed all that Evoto back, you go psycho, and you sit up here, and that boy Mad Rapist takes mad fucking L's. He drops a bottle, it turns into a silver full bottle. From according to what the wiki said, because I read it a little bit, because I didn't know what the hell it was, it's a silver dragon full bottle. I kind of get a feeling I'm knowing where this is going, but we'll discuss that when it comes to time to discuss it. Regardless, in and of such, Mad Rapist takes this L. You get beat down like a dirty slave. Get your ass walloped. Brow. Hit him with the work. The WUUURKKKKK work. Not just regular old 9 to 5 and shit like Dolly Parton. No, you get your motherfucking ass beat. And then you get your motherfucking ass beat later again. But, again, more establishing baseline. At this point, Mad Rapist is like, I'm just listening to what the beats say. No. And get the hell up out of there. Because that will make sense. Because if you'd have stuck around 3, 4, 5 seconds longer, you probably would have got dragon beat down. And that's just what the fuck it is. Here is where things get interesting. Here is at the part of this episode where I started to make sense of what the hell was going on. Juggernaut bitch still raging. He like, I'm the meanest. Show enough. I'm going to deliver L's. Show enough. And deliver L just sitting up here. Bow. I'm just sitting up here whooping this Guardian's ass, right? Me, Tanner Stein runs over. Like, yo, Juggy, calm down, my nigga. Shut the fuck up. Mwah. Then all of a sudden, you hear nin comic, and then this smoke comes, and then Banjo Ryuga gets this ass whooped. Out of nowhere. Oh, during the smoke that you hear this ass whooping, Rabbit Tank just to sit up here and solidify what the hell's going on. Yeah. Banjo Ryuga just caught L from a build, not Sento Kiryu. Oh, spoilers. Sento's daddy. Right? Sento's daddy. I think that's going to be the new hashtag, Sento's daddy, because remember it was Bloodstock did it, then it was Kaiku-ception in this motherfucker. Now it's just Sento daddy did that shit, like Sento's dad, hashtag Sento's dad, because he did with that shit. Here is what I'm trying to establish outside of the establishment of what we're trying to establish here. You mean to tell me that a build form can hang with Cross Z Magma? Okay, I believe you. Because, let's see, we talking about the man who built the damn thing. So, of course, he would have some superpower version just laying the fuck around. So, yeah, come get these motherfucking elves. Oh, but before he leaves us wonderful folks with a wonderful just thought out of his head. Hazard level 7. Hazard level 7. Are you starting to see the point now? I hope you are. Because, again, we're more establishing baseline. Take these L's. Just take these L's. Oh, meanwhile, because on Black Hole sucked a whole building into the sky into nothingness, Lordy Volto gets on TV as Mito and like, yo, hey, what's up, baby? It's your boy, Prime Minister Mito in the building. Hey, look, we want peace, love, for everybody. So this is what we gonna do. Number one, you're all free. Even though you were already free, you're free now. Number two, psych bitch, you ain't free. No, you're my slave now, even though you don't know that yet. 3 through 5 are like more than 1 and 2, but in different verb tenses and verb forms of your slaves now, and I'm going to hurdle you like cattle and murder you one at a time because I really don't fucking care. But I win flawless victory, ultimate fatality, because I, as in me, not the me you see, but the me that I really am, I win because I have united all of Japan under my iron gat planet fist. And that's what had happened. Yeah. All you have to do is suck in the building, declare yourself the winner, which has happened multiple times. Multiple times this has happened where you just declare yourself the winner. We have a fight. We having dark matches and shit on Kamen Rider Build. No one sees this shit, but championships have been changed hands, and no one explains why in the storyline why these championships change hands. This show should be better with keeping up with what the hell it does. Just keeping up with what the hell it does. But seriously, on the bullshit that I was on, that actual press conference in the middle right after the fight established a lot of things. Because we're getting more into the Keikaiku section of this whole thing. Of mainly what's going on here is that uniting the country don't matter. The people don't matter. Anything that Evoto said is Mito don't legitimately fucking matter. Do you know why, children? It doesn't matter. Because all it is to lure the Kamen Riders out. To lure the Kamen Riders out so they become Lost Mashers. So, I'll do whatever the hell it takes. Whatever the hell I gotta do to get the point across of I'm trying to do a thing without you knowing I'm trying to do a thing. We're now calling this Evotoception now. We can't call it Keikaikus anymore. I'm saying the word and it has lost all meaning. The word Keikaiku in the state of what it is we're talking about has lost all meaning now. All meaning. Is it a plan anymore? Is a plan really a plan? Really? Because, damn, right? Is a plan really a plan? I don't know. But again, this all leads into a scene a bit later where Mad Rapist goes on a spree and sits up here and shoots at walls like, Kamen Riders, we're mad, bang, 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 bang. And it's just like, okay, I believe you. And it's like, okay, I literally believe you, because this also leads into your plan of a thing that makes sense. Oh, and then after that, massive L's get taken all over the place. So, let's review the fights there was for all these L's, right? All these motherfucking L's. You feel me? The leader of the Swag Squad, E.T. Takumi Katsuragi Sento Kiryu, whatever. Are they walking around like Piccolo now? Like, shit, I'm a Namek with no name, my nigga. Huh? What the fuck is you on? I'm 3 people. Nah, I can't. I'm not really going to get into Dragon Ball Lore with you. I'm not. This is not the place for that. Even though I did mention Super Saiyan last week, I really don't want to get into the whole Piccolo has multiple things going on in his head. But this is a thing this show is doing, so we could discuss it, but should we really? We could. But given we're trying to establish baseline, maybe not today. Maybe not. Okay. Regardless again, I'm trying to be stupid right now. Massive L's get taken by the squadron. The squadron goes out there. You know what I'm saying? Swag Squad. That boy Sento take massive L's. It is in this that, bad guys do what they always do to incite the good guys of, you ain't shit. You ain't shit. You finna take these L's. You bitch ass motherfucker. You ain't shit. Fuck you. Your ideas. And Charles too. Fuck yourself. We're not gonna take it. Now you finna take a massive fucking L. And that's exactly what happened. Beams collide and shit. None of this matters. Mad Rapist takes an L. I can describe to you what the L was, but it's still the same L that he takes no matter what. So there's that L. The L's magical as fuck. You take that shit. L's catching L's. Just catch you the motherfucking L. You thought you was gonna talk shit to the fucking good guys, but look, guess what? You just took an L. So, okay. L song. You know what I'm saying? All we got fit L song. Man, y'all know I love the L song. But regardless, right? Because I'm trying to get to the mystical and magical point of this. Is you got Mad Rapist. He's down. He's like, I'll never give up. It's like, you thought it was Daddy Namba gang. It's Lord Evoto till he kill me or I betray him. Or in the instance of, I probably should have mentioned earlier, but we'll mention now, another face turn's coming, I think. Just putting that out there. Just putting that out there in the streets, another face turn's coming, because earlier this episode we talked about it when we were establishing baseline of after Evolto got on TV and sat up here and was like, yo, I unite the country, I win, double flawless victory, ultimate fatality, I win, blah, 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 Japan, blah, 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 is Utsumi asked a legitimate question. It's a question that even I've had, and maybe I can't think about that, maybe I brought up as someone who watched the show. Even before Evolto had emotions, he has done a lot of things contradictory to his Evoltoception or Keikaikuception, as it were, even though I said I wasn't going to say the word again, I got to say it. He's done a lot of things that have legitimately been counterproductive to the thing he does, even though that I wouldn't call it the plot armor that shit's going to happen his way because that's the way that the plot deems or demands it. But there are a lot of things that he does that, while being somebody of very reasonable intellect and logic, that's just like, the fuck, nigga? And it's like, I've had a couple of those moments while I'm sitting up here watching this dude and just be like, the fuck? Why? Like, that don't make no sense, but you're Lord Evoto. I ain't gonna question you, bro. You know better than me, though, but we know what the end result gonna be, so I'm willing to let it rock. So it is what it is. And it's like, he does not, it's like, especially now that he's full of all these emotions, he don't like being questioned. I will cut your balls off and hand them to you, partner. Don't that sound familiar? Daddy number one! No. But the point is, I just want to establish that face turn coming. It's like, it ain't gonna be a face turn in a way that's like, yo, I'm full bad guy. It's just this motherfucking nigga get on my fucking nerves, and I would love to do nothing but like punt kick this nigga too. That's technically a face turn, internet. So, like, I'm on the bad guy side. I don't really fuck with y'all. The enemy of my enemy is my friend type shit. So it is what it is. Oh, after all of that resolve and Mad Rapist take this L, here comes a new challenger. Hey, yo, it's your dad. As Kamen Rider build. Super Kamen Rider build, we should call him. Because if you telling me this dude hit the Nin comic joint, sat up here, put that work in on the Juggernaut bitch, and then just show up like, hello, son. And I'm just like, damn, right? Because it's like, I knew this is where it was going as soon as Banjo took that L, and I'm just like, at this juncture, I just want to know why. Like, there's something to this. Well, there's something to everything, is what I should say. But I want to see, and I want to know what this something is. Because, again, you cannot tell me that Kamen Rider build, base form, rubber tank, full metal moonsault, is sitting up here taking on red hot magma muscles for Mars and delivering him a massive L. But okay, I believe you because I have no choice, because I can't sit up here and deny what it was we watched. We watched the Juggernaut bitch take an L from Sento Daddy. We watched that. Banjo Ryuga got owned up by an old ass man. Time Lord Dad! My nigga. Air pounded. Look, internet, as I sit up in this chair, that was Kamen Rider Build episode number 42, Legacy of Doubt. I'm glad we were able to have this discussion today. We got a lot done. We got a lot accomplished. We will not see the door we did it on, but we've accomplished a lot. So just before we get up out of here, let's review what we've accomplished here today. Sento's dad's a fucking gangster, because you own up one of the strongest forms in the show on some base level shit. So I'm wondering, like, how much is this ultimately going to come to play in the rest of this episode, future movies, things like that, because that was nuts as fuck. The more and more Evoto has emotions, the more and more you see him start to break down. And this is going, and then like I say, this is going to be his ultimate undoing. We've discussed this ever since he got one-inch punch like Bruce fucking Lee. This is going to be his ultimate undoing. But you sit up here and you have to wonder how. Someone who has no idea about their emotions to watch them keep themselves under check and in control. What the fuck is having level 7? Me don't know. But I want to know what's up with this Silver Dragon full bottle. Because if there's a Silver Dragon full bottle, you know it's a rabbit full bottle out there because that stuff coincides with what's going on with Cobra Rider System Evolution. I just love those rider sounds. They are amazing. I want another Climax Heroes. Climax Fighters was okay, just didn't have any DLC support. Me and Jay should probably play the game, but you know, it is what it is. Shout out to you, Jay, it was really good, my nigga. Okay, anywho. There's an enemy of my enemy is my friend face turn coming. Well, I don't even think you can even consider what's going to happen to Asumi a face turn. It's just going to be one of those things of, I got to fuck with y'all because I don't want to die. So, I don't know if you really call that a face turn, but he going to be working with the good guy before this is all over. I have questions about Shinobu Katsuragi that I hope the show takes its time to explain to me. Because this dude came on the scene like a flash and sat up here and then put in major work. But you really gotta wonder, and this is the question that I thought of that I'm glad that we've had this conversation, is how much work has he been putting in this whole series behind the scenes? Is it really that me, Time to Stand, was legitimately right? That this was a Shinobu show all along? That wouldn't surprise me. That will probably be the thing that makes sense. But the thing is that if the show decides that's what it wants to do, I just hope they don't undo all the good that has been Bloodstock and Evoto. I just hope that if the show is going with, it was me, Sento, it was me all along, and ruin everything this show has done to make Evoto a compelling villain. Because again, we all love watching Keikaikuception. We all love it knowing that Evoto did that shit. We all do. I just don't want the show to undo that. I don't want the show to undo that with this reveal that it was me all along. I really believe if that's what the show is aiming for, the show can find a responsible way to handle that. But I have to give the show the opportunity to show me what it is that it's going to do. Because, again, this could be the double, triple, quadruple agent, double, I'm on this side, I'm on that side, I'm really trying to do this while really trying to do that, and my ultimate goal is to destroy a man or because I really love my child, blah, 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 or however they want to run this. Now, we'll just have to wait and see, because I thought I had another point I wanted to make, and I don't. This is going to get interesting because, again, I couldn't review the episode the way that I normally would because I had more questions than answers. So I had to discuss the episode the way that we did in this open-ended form to sit up here to get to where we are, which is at the end of this thing of trying to legitimately figure out what the fuck is going on here. See, now, the more and more that you see in a picture, the more and more that you see the picture ain't as complete as you think it is. Because with somebody like Shinobu Katsuragi in the mix, you've really got to legitimately wonder where the show is going to go. That if the show didn't have that extra thing they had to deal with, and it was just Evoto straight through, and all I'm trying to do is create lost smashes, this would be a little easier to decipher. But when Sento's dad is running around the Kamen Rider build, owning up one of the strongest characters in the show, just in a level of show of force that I can whoop your ass when I feel like it, there's a lot more to this than we think it is. So, I'm just going to give the show the opportunity that it needs to do that, and it's going to be what it's going to be. But let's go ahead and get up out of here, yo. Yo, hope you guys enjoy your 4th of July, your midweek favorite off day if you do have the day off. If you don't, you know what I'm saying, you have my condolences and everything, man. Yo, enjoy your people, enjoy some good food, stay cool. If you over here on this side of the globe, and stay relatively warm if you are on the other side of the globe watching this now. We got more show for you after these commercial messages, so I would just ask you nicely to please come on back. I'm not going to cuss you out. I'm not going to threaten you or no shit like that. just please come back after these commercial messages and we'll have more show for you. And with all of that being said, ciao. Still the best evil laugh in the business. Thought you knew.